Salmon farming in British Columbia has raised issues unique to the coast and has multiple stakeholders with cultural, economic, and environmental interests. And now a Hollywood star is shining a light on the controversial practice. CTV's Abigail Turner explains.
Salmon fish farms have long been a point of contention between environmentalists and farmers, but now a much bigger net is being cast on the topic. An Instagram post made by Oscar-winning actor and environmentalist Leonardo DiCaprio is calling out the Canadian government for what he claims it is considering, extending the licenses for open net pen salmon farms in British Columbia by up to 6 years. Many First Nations want the practice to be phased out over concerns about diseases like sea lice spilling over from the farms, potentially affecting the wild salmon population.
We need as many Canadians to understand what's at stake right now. And if someone like Leonardo DiCaprio can assist us in that, very, very welcome, of course.
DiCaprio's post gave this First Nations group thousands of new followers in just 24 hours. But the Canadian government is pushing back on DiCaprio's claims, saying in a statement to CTV News, quote, "It remains committed to working on a responsible plan to transition from open net pen salmon farming by 2025. CTV News obtained a copy of a document sent to local municipalities that says, quote, "At this time, the department is consulting on a license duration of between 2 and 6 years.
Certainly, this is not going to enhance the consultation that's going on the transition planning. It's going to undermine it.
But DiCaprio's post is being called irresponsible by one local salmon farmer group.
Our companies would love to invite Mr. DiCaprio to come up to Canada and actually see for himself on the ground rather than making baseless claims over his giant platform.
The group also says not all First Nation groups are opposed to keeping open net pen salmon farms.
He's never met any of the Indigenous communities that we support and employ and who have environmental stewardship over our salmon farms. So it's really quite disappointing.
The Minister of Fisheries and Oceans says it continues to work with both stakeholders and Indigenous communities about the next steps in what it's calling an important file. Abigail Turner, CTV News, Vancouver.